Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Laura, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you having me. Can you hear me okay
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry about all the technical difficulties.
No,
We're
it's
getting them
okay.
sorted out. It's our very first live stream, so I think it's going okay.
I think it was my end too, because I'm not in my normal office today.
So tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do with your nursing career, and then what being a nurse means to you.
Sure, thank you. Well, happy Nurses Week, everyone. I really want to, thank you for having me on here. It's a great opportunity. My name is Laura Alicio. I am originally from San Diego, California, and I moved to Puerto Rico last year, so that's where I currently reside. And I have been a registered nurse since 2010, and really been reflecting a lot on the question that you asked about what it means to be a nurse, because I feel very blessed to have had an opportunity to explore a variety of nursing careers. And most recently, I think in the last, well, almost 2 years now, I've found my true passion. And I've really loved learning about, everything that nursing has to offer. And when first think about the question, what does it mean to be a nurse? I was thinking, I feel like it truly means to be like a lifelong learner and a lifelong helper, because we have the opportunity to learn so much about all the different areas that we can go into. And then, healthcare is ever evolving. So we're learning about changes, new research, evidence-based practices, and with that, becoming a helper to be able to share, what we're constantly learning, and be able to spread that knowledge with our clients and patients and the general population as well. So I had the opportunity to work as a public health nurse for quite a few years in San Diego County, and then I did case management. I did that for injured workers and also for um, attorneys. So I got into legal nurse consulting, and I started doing that about 5 years ago. And then I ended up actually starting my own business, and that was kind of just baptism by fire. Fell into my lap. I'm really lucky with how it turned out. I kind of had the work before I had the business. A colleague said she could, I took the course during COVID, during the downtime that we had, because I was always interested. My dad was a personal injury attorney, and I never wanted to be an attorney, but I always thought his cases were interesting. So I took the course just to learn, and I then, had a colleague that said, "Oh, I could send you a referral. How do we pay you?" And I was like, "Oh, I hadn't really thought about it." She just made it sound so easy, like start an LLC, and I was like, "Okay." And so then the rest is history. And I still do a little bit of that work, but I actually was at a Med Legal conference 2 years ago in June, and that's when I first met a nurse coach. Her husband was there doing video interviews of the attendees, and I started chatting with him, and he said his wife is a nurse who teaches nurses how to be nurse coaches. And I, immediately was like asking him all these questions. Tell me more. I want to know all about it. It sounded exactly like something that I, first couldn't believe that I hadn't heard about before, because it was something just in my own personal health journey that I definitely could have utilized. And then in my, you know, out of nursing activities, side hobbies, I love to do yoga. And so when I did a yoga teacher training, I wanted to, be able to incorporate everything I was learning into nursing, but I didn't know how. I didn't know that there was a thing, like you could get board certified as a holistic nurse. And so needless to say, took the nurse coaching program and graduated last summer, and then took my board certification. So I'm now a board certified nurse coach, and I'm also studying to become an advanced holistic nurse, and really excited about that. And so I have also since started my business as a nurse coach. So I also become really passionate about meditation and mindfulness. So that's as far as the direction that my niche is going. I've struggled with, claiming what I want to have as my specific niche, because it feels really limiting. But I just love all the learning that comes with being a nurse coach and everything that I can share and empower my clients. And there's this thing I'm not sure you guys have heard of. I'm sure you have the shiny object syndrome, which is like wanting to take all the different, courses. And there's just so much within nurse coaching. Like, I took functional medicine for nurses course last fall, and now I'm in a nutrition for nurses course. And so I really, it's interesting how I came into nursing because it wasn't like something that I remember wanting to do when I was really young. I actually remember wanting to be a pediatrician. And my mom was in a traumatic car accident when she was 10 weeks pregnant with me. And so I feel like growing up with a parent who has, head injury, I just naturally, learned to have a lot of patience with her and with people. And so I feel like subconsciously, I went into nursing. And yeah, it wasn't until, later on in life, but I'm really grateful, that I did choose that path. And yeah, happy to be able to share, my experiences with everyone here. And I just realized it's Florence Nightingale's birthday. I didn't realize that.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I think it's really interesting point you made about like that digging in and like kind of not getting enough like education. When you find like your true passion for something, like I never thought I would like want to like go back to school or really learn, I'm like after nursing school was done, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this I don't want to have to like, keep going to college. But once you find like your passion for something, it's like you can't get enough of it. And it's like you can't get enough of that education. So that's really cool that you've been able to just kind of really hone in and like hone your practice to something that really works for you and your lifestyle and your moral code. And I just wish you like the best of luck with your coaching business. How can people find you if they are interested in getting some coaching from you?
Sure. So they can find me through my website, which is nursecoachalicio.com, as well as I have a YouTube channel with the same name, Nurse Coach Alicio, and Instagram with the same handle, or my Facebook is my name, Laura Alicio, or they can email me, Laura@nursecoachalicio. And yeah, I have a few other, social media avenues, but those are my main. LinkedIn, Laura Alicio. And I have my phone numbers accessible on those platforms as well. So
nice. You're brave putting your phone number out there on social media.
I've gotten used to it because I've had it for my legal nurse consulting business. So
yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I feel like I see a little flicker of flame every now and again. Do you have a candle that you would like to shine on the future of healthcare?
I unfortunately don't, but I have one,
That's okay. We
have share ours. So. We'll share our lights.
So, thank you so much, Laura, for being here. And Laura's a part of our Heartbeat community. And I think we're trying to get Laura to come be a speaker at one of our Modern Nurse Fests in 2026. So you will be seeing much more of Laura in the future. So thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me. Happy Nurses Week.
Happy Nurses Week. Take care.
Thank you.